Hello. If this is I'm doing an intro, but I'm doing things in an outro.
Damn! Oh, I am so sorry.
All right, we're gonna steal this motorcycle.
This is how we
Son of a bitch.
You insane?
Son of a bitch, he's going down. Alright, alright, we really messed up because we're supposed to get that motorcycle so we could go get motorcycle because I really like this car. I'm 70, so this car has very, very good handling. And,
That was close.
but yeah, it sucks. We'll have to get another one. And we'll have to see a good pair of car handles into going into the other okay. The flying E. Now it's a W. Now it's a 3. And 1 o'clock.
Me.
That's amazing. And, don't like this car, so I'm gonna blow it up. But first, I'm gonna
That ain't good.
Alright. Okay. We're gonna go to a thing and then we're gonna take this car and goddamn let it disappear. Alright. We're gonna get this gas canister out here. Right here. There we go. We got it. And then do this. We're gonna come up with a topic, and it's gonna be a good topic. And we come up with it. It's gonna feel like a really good topic because I have been making some rants that have been just even like what do we call it, like bullshit by my standards as well, and my standards are pretty low. So yeah, here we go. All right. There we go. And got 25. What? I don't care if I actually get all of them. Alright, we're gonna hit this one there. There we go. And then
we have a 996 in East Pacific Bluff.
there we go. Yay. I got let's say 5 out of 9. I guess don't see people
Suspect
5.
last seen in
Yep, that's 5 out of 9.
East Pacific
I can
Bluff.
hear pretty well. Doing really good. What I really have to do to fix that is do this. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch! Alright, so we're going to come up with a topic, and that topic is going to be amazing. And the reason why we're going to come up with that topic is because I thought of it. And I love this game. I really do love this game because it's not because of any of the violence or anything like that, because of the actual, like, the pan back or whatever and all that stuff. The cool graphics and the things that you can do inside of it. It's like I guess the ability to do pretty much anything. And yes, I did look at that woman's virtual, but that's what I did. Oh yeah, boy, give me that.
Well, I'll be fucked.
You don't just steal one car. You steal a bunch of cars. And it's what it gives me the biggest smile in the world. When you're
I gotta get my eyes checked.
From someone who you think in the video game doesn't deserve it. Because they got it completely bad. I don't give a shit. They got it just right out of the bat. It was just code, you know? So it's just code. It's funny. It's really stupid how all those it's really funny how all those opinions start to build up, I guess, when in actuality it's just code. And I get to do whatever I want on this. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Alright. And I gotta save this car, first of all. Son of a bitch. Oh, I don't want to kill it.
You shitbag!
I want to get home fast, though. And I gotta turn this off. We're gonna go to an animation, and then we're gonna see if we can come up with an actual topic that is worth topicing. Alright, we're gonna get off right here. I'm gonna go to and then we're gonna got it. How come I didn't get it? That's really weird. I don't get it. It's like as soon as I started robbing the animations. There was like one instance where I actually found more people inside here actually shooting guns. And then that didn't happen anymore after I started doing it more. You know, what are you gonna do? Okay, we're gonna bring this car to its destination, which is my house. Or the house that I'm supposed to be at.
Start your piece of shit.
Oh, that's right. Okay, it's a good one. It's a maybe. It's a maybe. Okay, what is home to you? What is, because sometimes, I've noticed along a certain number of, things, or a certain number of playthroughs, sometimes the only reason why people are actually, the character has an arc of a certain range of anger or mistrust or anything like that, is because of the fact that they are not or like and or have a have it or whatever.
This car's gonna be parked outside your house.
Let me see if I can go home now. Alright, son of a bitch. You don't wanna go home. I wanna go home. Right? Oh yeah, I can sing kind of, or whatever.
Suspect northbound in a metallic gray sports car.
Okay, usually I'll
Roger.
This is actually what I really wanted to do with the car as I was saving it, but I guess I'm gonna have to do it now. Yeah. But yeah, what is home for anyone? Wasn't able to save the car and had to make it explode. So all right. But yeah, what's home for you? Whether it's just a bachelor pad or an actual I'd say like a real life home where you get that shit out of your mouth because that is not yours. That is a CD case that you're not supposed to have in your mouth.
Is this really happening?
But so yeah, or maybe if you don't have a home, maybe if you're just watching or maybe if you don't think you have a home, maybe you don't have a homely life, maybe it's like you don't have a family life or anything like that. I don't know, just I guess I'm just some social experiment sometimes. I feel like that sometimes. I feel like I'm a social experiment, and my family is just made up, and but understandably so. I only think that sometimes when I kind of get down in the dumps about where I am as far as in my life goes, and whether or not if I had the people in my life, would I be here and be able to actually do these things? So in the same sense, I probably think that that I just kind of want company, you know. So that's kind of like what I think about every day as far as my the thing goes. It's not like that. It's not like that. I want. Oh my gosh, they have to have a family and there has to be a family. It's just like, no, that's the way things worked out. It's like it's just the way things worked out. Like, people didn't know that we were actually going to make it, and my dad did stuff, mom did stuff, and yes, I am talking to myself, Leslie, kind of, because there's no one watching. But understandably so, if you have a home life, message me back, DM me, or no, not DM, I don't know, just, think about better times, you know? No matter what they would be for you. Like, obviously positive, and obviously something that's, like, not, like, hurting someone else, but, what is your, what is what's the reality of what you deal with every day? And in that same sense, what is the way that you come home and try to relax about it, or try to do anything about it, or do you live your life on the road constantly? Got him. Give me that comment. It's amazing. Want it. It goes fast. Going to another what can we call it, and I fucked up because I don't have all of the wheels working right now. I need to get this. Going to test that out a little bit. But yeah, what's your home life like? And is even your home where you constantly
Just what you need.
Yep, just what I need. I need to get money.
As much. Fucking pricks.
Citizens reporting at 245 on Morningwood Boulevard.
But yeah, if your home life isn't the right place or the right thing, I mean, you don't need to change, but or maybe you like hanging out with your friends, moreover. Maybe you like hanging out with people that have the same like-mindedness as you, and maybe that's what gets you through the day. Whatever that may be, or whatever you may be, as far as your wants in life, or your needs, I guess. Realize that eventually you'll feel comfortable in sometimes any situation that has good people there. And I mean, granted, once you find out that those people are good, or whether those people are out along the lines of your thinking,
Bullshit.
You should also realize that that there are really, really fun things to do all over the city. And there are really cool things to do no matter where you are in this world. Realize that I thought that was a ramp, but there's a plant in front of it, so. We are gonna jump a ramp. We are gonna jump a ramp. We are gonna jump a ramp, and then we're gonna die probably. I'm gonna do a front flip. Oh, I died. That didn't help much, and also it didn't even go back down to the and also I messed up on the whole thing because I pressed the wrong joystick and it sped everything up, and I think everyone's gonna understand that that I'm not the best GTA player, because sometimes I forget what the buttons are. But yeah, this is, I mean, the reason why you have a life or anything like that is because
Hey, pal. Ow.
yes, sometimes my episodes are extremely sad, and but granted, I really don't give a shit because it just doesn't matter to me. I am going to find a discussion to where actually I really want to be in one. Okay, so I really want to be in one, so I'm going to find a discussion that actually takes into account the sometimes the abuse that we put ourselves through, and through that also sometimes people don't realize that they kind of like they put they put a frame around what kind of life they actually want to do. And if they don't pass through that frame, sometimes they don't think that they think that in some cases their life is unmeaningful or doesn't mean anything. Like, if they don't reach a goal in a certain amount of time, then they're worthless, or they don't feel as though they've made it. And I think I already made it, because I have the ability to go in this place and do different things and say different things that are part of my opinions, and sometimes not a part of my opinions. Sometimes because I take medicine, and the fact is sometimes I don't adhere to a strict diet, and I should, because in the same sense, or also when I'm frustrated about life and frustrated about the people in it, sometimes not frustrated about the people in it, but some people in it. Not all the people. I take things antisocially, and I walk the fuck off sometimes. And we're gonna kill this dude, get in his way. All right, there we go. He gave us money. He gave us $12. Awesome. That was fun. We always did. That's great. Alright, you can't always think about what thing is happening. And also, too, you have to realize that that whatever life you have, whatever kind of thing you do is, as far as anything goes, realize that that there are far better things out there for you, you know? I mean, there's like, no matter what your life is right now, there are so many different ways that your life could be better. And in just a positive reinforcement for yourself. So, practice, and practice makes perfect, I guess. I'm not really, no. People try to say that, oh, there's no such thing as perfect. I'm like, yes, there is such thing as perfect, but it's gauged whether or not it actually is a good thing, or is whether or not it's an actual thing. People can gauge. It's why there are judges in a competition. It's like, as if there was no perfect, then the judges wouldn't be there. Everyone would just be like, I did mine better. How did you do yours better? Because I made a splash that I actually wanted to make. I wanted to make that splash. That's what I wanted to make. And people would come up with excuses like that. Or I made a awesome. I can explode a car like easily. Like, I've actually gotten good at it, actually. So but yeah, we're at 23 minutes, and we're trying to see what's going on here, and we're really like seeing the whole fatigue thing, the game fatigue. I don't know. What people don't understand sometimes is playing video games is tiring. If I don't enjoy it, then I'm gonna stop. So I'm probably gonna stop at 30 minutes right now, because I'm not really enjoying this very much, unless I'm actually enjoying. What I'm enjoying is the conversation that I'm actually spinning out in my mouth. And in some ways, I understand that there are people out there that don't adhere to the same values as I do. I mean, obviously, there's people with opinions all over the place, so I don't judge people because of their opinions. Obviously, people shouldn't judge me because of mine, or my rants, because my rants are just stupid things. And in the same sense, though, I don't want to villainize myself as far as like oh, the family life and stuff like that. But I'm not really like I don't know. It's the way you think about it sometimes, because that's what I've noticed about anything. And yeah, I just killed those people inadvertently because I love them.
For fuck's sakes!
I did not fear. Um, I think that though people don't understand sometimes where people are trying to come from, I guess, and they're met with such opposition that sometimes they actually push that opposition on towards themselves and don't actually live a homely life or live any one of those lives. They kind of just slip between two lives that they kind of made up for themselves, and that's not horrible or bad, but I mean, but in some ways, if they don't feel it's actually right for them, it can actually hurt them, you know. And I'd say that it can actually hurt their psyche, I guess, in some ways. And ran into the pole, even though it was not the only thing that was there. Okay, this is really annoying. But also, whenever you understand that your opinions matter and your opinions mean something. Your opinions mean something. Whenever you start to realize, and I'm 30 years old, so like, there's a part of my life where I started to stop to realize that, like, oh, my opinions are just the thing that I'm thinking about the day that I'm thinking about them. And it's like, no, it's not the way that things are supposed to be. And also, in the same sense, I realized that through my experiences that of people trying to put shit on me and tell me that I did stuff and tell me that I didn't do stuff, or try to make me mature, that I didn't mature, I just hated them and then left. So the more people try to put me through stuff, the more I will hate them and just leave. Because that's what I did to my ex-wife. Because she told me that it wasn't going to work. She told me the 2 words, or 3 phrases, or 1 phrase that said, she told me, I don't think it's going to work out. And I said, you know what? There's a difference between when I said it and the way you said it. You said it while completely saying something to me, while completely saying completely something to me. Like, you said it while looking at me straight in the fucking face, and I said it while staring down at an alcohol beverage that I had been drinking, because I had been thinking about that entire sentence the entire day that I was trying to say it, and I basically didn't want to say it to you. And that tells me that you don't think about things before you do them. You just do them. And that thought in itself is... And also, in the same sense, I probably had no business being with her in the first place. Because she was a completely different thing to me. She basically was taught that there was a God her entire life, and she just had started to realize that maybe those things weren't true. And in the same sense, I was probably just the stupidest person ever to be involved with them. But in the same sense, I thought she was cute, I thought she was funny, I thought she was very pretty, and I thought that if she just gave herself a little bit more credit, she'd actually be a little bit better. And no, I didn't feel like changing her. I felt like changing myself in the same sense of actually doing something, and hopefully making her realize that she didn't have to try so hard. But in the same sense, she did try hard to hurt my feelings and tell me that I didn't fucking matter in her life. So there was that, and that's the reason why I left and just hated her and walked off, because that's pretty much all I do most of the time. So even though realizing that that there are certain things as far as people like talking shit and saying stuff, and oh, he's such a douchebag, or oh, she just didn't know what he was doing and he was trying to love her. It's like, it's stupid and dumb. This isn't a romantic comedy or a romantic movie or a romantic anything. It's dumb, it's stupid, and it doesn't have any... The plot line that I'm actually not even looking towards is the one that probably is the most, is we probably didn't love each other from the beginning, and that's the whole reason why We tried to, and then realized that we just didn't understand each other. And that's the real story. So, in the same sense of homeliness and wanting to actually have a family, or wanting to be near a family, or wanting to experience what a family is actually like, realize that it's hard fucking work. And it's always been hard work. And whenever you actually have to try every single day to do something good or something helpful. And if you don't do that good thing, then that person will sometimes think that they're not good enough to you. There is that, and that's the reason why I think people think that, oh, the home life in America is blah 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 blah, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you saying? It's like, no, you never experienced what it's like to actually try to do something for someone else every single day of your life. Just one thing, every single day, but you have to do it every single day. And if you get tired of it, then you have to realize that that person isn't as important as you think they are. Because you can say all those words that matter, and it's like, oh baby, I love you, and I can't believe we're always going to be here forever, and all the other dumb stuff that actually like works around stuff. But then realize that eventually when you're in your boxers and she doesn't like that, or she thinks that you're in your, and when you're in your underwear and you're farting and you're scratching your ass and stuff like that, and she's just like, what are you doing? Like, I didn't see you doing this whenever you were telling me that this was forever. And if this is forever, then I don't want to fucking see that shit. Then realize that both of you don't know each other, and you have to try harder. Or don't try hard at all and just walk the fuck away. Or say, hey, you know what? I realized that this is kind of a big thing, but I kind of realized that it wasn't as awesome as I thought it was. I really think that you're a cool person, but you're not always the person you are all the time. Or you are the person you are all the time, and I just didn't see the fact that you scratch your ass and constantly fart everywhere. So, be adults. Be fucking adults. Don't be stupid, don't be dumb, and don't act like people are just gonna turn around and change for some sort of reason. And because realize that those people are gonna change over time, and their opinions aren't gonna change constantly, or they're not like a fucking NPC on a video game that you played 2 months ago. And realize that is that. So, or 2 weeks ago, or 2 days ago, or 2 anythings ago. Realize that there is a reality to what you actually push, and there is a thing that you actually push every single day. And yes, that is the basic reason for certain things. People would start to think, oh my gosh, all my opinions that I've ever been thinking about are actually true. And it's like, no, they're not. They're just a little bit more attainable. Like oh my gosh, there's like a dude on Star Wars, that whole thing, or that whole commercial about Star Wars.
What'd you do to my
And it's like, no, it's still not true at all. It's all made up. But realize the fact that it's there for you to be able to watch whenever you want to watch it, or be able to do things whenever you want to do anything. Just have fun and be yourself. And when you get home, realize that eventually you're going to start to make a little nest out of everything that you ever made, or everything you ever did. Or you're going to try to instill the stories that you had into the younglings that are actually around you. And that's going to be your home life. Because everyone has one, no matter what they do, if they just have their phone and they're sitting in an airport. Realize that that's your home life. And if you have a family, if you don't have a family, if you're sitting in that airport and people are trying to kick you out, then realize that that's eventually your home life. It sucks, and it will suck, but in the same sense, I'm not comparing those two different things, but I'm just comparing those two different perspectives. I'm not comparing those two different lifestyles. I'm comparing those two different perspectives. And whatever really makes you go, or whatever makes you motivated, realize that eventually that's going to change, and eventually that's going to go somewhere, because that's the reason why I kept doing the same things over and over again and jumping that same ramp over and over again with whatever car that I could possibly think of. It's the fact is that you're going to change, and your motivations will change. Like me adding in the fact that I've tried to knock off like 20 different stores, or not 20 different stores, 20 of the same stores of ammunition, and literally gotten nowhere sometimes, or just gotten shot, or gotten idiotically changed. It's like the more you do something over and over again, the more your motivations will change. The more your motivations will be different, and you won't see a young buck or an older person who really knows what they're doing sometimes to be able to do things in a certain fashion. And that's my alarm. Awesome. To be able to do things in a certain fashion where you look like a fool and they look like a fucking hero. Also, in the same sense, realize that this doesn't matter. Like, this whole world that they make up is just something that is programmable into something, or even it could be just put into a memory SD card, or put onto a game disc that I just put into, and actually I do, but I put into a thing, and then I don't exit myself. I experience what it's like to be a different kind of something for an hour or anything, but it's just made up, so it doesn't hurt, it doesn't help, it doesn't move, it doesn't crush, it doesn't beat anyone or anything like that. But I'm gonna go blow something up because it's fun. Alright. Have to keep this old guy up.
Happy now?
Move it, for crying out loud!
Alright. There we go, we got one sticky bomb left. I'm gonna put it right underneath those back tires right there. Ah, shit. Alright, and we're gonna put a grenade underneath. There we go. Yay! Oh my gosh, everything's so shaky.
Citizens report.
And
MDB
that car
on
is just...
Dorset Drive.
Great. Police.
Yeah, this is fun. You can see the explosion.
Citizens
See
report.
what it does. Oh my gosh! But yeah, people have used these situations to actually see whether or not a bomb can actually, or anything can actually affect a person. Or through ragdoll physics, people can see where a bomb was actually put. And actually, these programs are revolutionary, and they've helped people understand different kinds of stuff for so many different times, so many different things. And they're able to recreate crime scenes, or recreate a whole bunch of different other stuff, or recreate anything to be able to help in the helping of different people. And also, I realized that some of my family was into some shady dealings back in the day, but understandably so. I'm not going to mention which kind of family position or person that was, but I think that's probably the reason why I'm so adamant about things. And the fact is that we are not the sins of our fathers or uncles or grandfathers. We can make a better society, and if that society doesn't include everyone, and I'm not saying every kind of person, because there are certain kind of people that really don't belong in society or belong anywhere. And I'm not saying that person doesn't deserve to live. I'm just saying that person kind of gets his kicks off of what he could do or should do to certain people. Understanding that there are certain ways to be able to do things in your life, and there are certain things to be able to see in your life, and there are certain people that think that in some ways there are just no ways to go, but there's always some way to go. There's always something to do. There's always someone to be able to please in your life and be able to help in your life, and sometimes you need to be reminded of that. But just because you're a family doesn't mean that or just because you're together does not mean that you're a family. It doesn't mean that anything is, and also too, the way that people market things is completely different than the way that people experience family life or any kind of life, for that matter. I could say anything across the board, but I kind of want to end this episode. So, thank you for listening, if you ever do. And I probably should have done the mission, but I'm going to do that next time probably. And thank you very much for listening, and this has been Joe Bomb Squad with Game Therapy Rants. You are your own one-man bomb squad, and no matter if you heard that or not, it still makes sense. Okay? Alright.